Hey, what's up everybody, Nexel here. Today we are playing Kingdom Hearts Union Cross, and this is going to be the video talking about Illustrated Pride Land Sora. So, this was really strange, because not only did we get an EX medal on top of a different EX medal, so we had Sephiroth EX, right after Sephiroth EX ended, we got Roxas Art EX, as well as another Tier 6 VIP medal. So last time, again, Sephiroth EX, Key Art 11. Not too shortly after that, we have now the Roxas Art EX medal, as well as Illustrated Pride Land Sora. So just initial thoughts on this is that I believe that at 10 o'clock tonight, when they make the announcements, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they make the announcement somewhere around that time. When they make the announcements, they are going to have one for a new damage challenge. And I believe that the medal they're going to put with that damage challenge is going to be Lingering Will, which is that, again, it's a Tier 6 medal. It has the craziest multiplier possible. Like, I think it's like 5.9. So it's really high, random target medal, but it's still really good. But that's not what this video is for. So that's just my prediction as to why we're getting so many jewels, so many pulls, things like that. Just my guess as to why we have 2 EX medals as well as 2 VIP Tier 6 medals back to back. But let's go ahead and start analyzing our Illustrated Pride Land Sora. So it's going to be another one where you get 1400 jewels on top of the medal itself. Here is the medal, Pride Land Sora. It is the Lion Sora. So that's pretty cool. It looks super awesome, and it's a pretty good medal. So it's an upright power medal. It's Tier 6, and it is going to cost you 0 gauges and hit all enemies. It's going to raise strength and strength of all attributes by 3 tiers for 1 turn and restores 4 gauges. So this is the Tier 6, the more powerful version of Illustrated Vivi, because, well, sort of more powerful because it does the strength boost for the whole turn, but it restores 1 less gauge, so 4 gauges versus the 5 that Vivi gave. So this is a really good medal. And I believe the most practical application of this, assuming you have 0.2 Kyrie, if you don't have 0.2 Kyrie, getting extra attack on this would be really beneficial for you, as well as if you don't have a gauge restoring medal, getting extra attack on this nets you 8 gauges recovery. So this is a really good medal to get extra attack on. It is really good for raids, because again, you don't want to focus too much on lowering enemy defense. You want to focus more on raising your own strength, because raid bosses have virtually no defense. So if you get extra attack on this is again 6 tiers of strength, 6 tiers of PSM strength going into that raid boss on the very first turn, as well as restoring gauges and costing 0. So that's a really good setup for raiding. Not only that, but again, it's general attack. The number one thing you always want to focus on when you're getting into this game is raising your general attack, because if you can't do that, it's very likely you're not going to do too much damage on anything over like level, I believe, like 200, 300, something really small, because general strength increases are becoming very standard in this game. It's pretty much impossible to play this game efficiently without them. So this is a really good medal, especially if you don't have anything gauge restoring, if you don't have anything that's a general strength buffer. So I would really recommend getting this. If you roll extra attack on it with the 4 that you get from this week, so again, it's 4 this week, 4 next week. If you don't roll extra attack, you know, don't feel bad, because it is still a fantastic medal. If you don't have things like 0.2 Kyrie, even if you have 0.2 Kyrie, it fills that extra slot of general strength, and then also tops it off with 3 tiers of PSM strength, whereas the 0.2 Kyrie only gives you 1 of that. So it's still a good general buff. It also gives you gauges, so it's a really good medal to have. I would really recommend it for anyone who needs pretty much any of those things I listed, as well as it's just good utility to have, to be honest. So this medal would work very similarly to 0.2 Kyrie, where you're going to put it on the first or second slot of your Keyblade and go from there. I don't believe it's a damage dealing medal, so unfortunately I wouldn't really say, you know, you have to get it guilted, but really you should do it for the traits, for that shot at extra attack, because that would make this medal completely, absolutely insane. And I would love to have this medal with extra attack, and I hope that everyone who's watching this also gets better luck than what I've seen so far. I've seen some people get all 3 traits for this medal as resist. So poison, sleep, and paralysis resist. So I'm hoping that they'll be a little bit more generous on the traits for this one. But for now, that is my analysis of this medal. Good traits for this one are going to be, again, extra attack. It's going to be as a buffer medal. HP plus 800 is good. Max gauge is plus 2 is good. What are other good traits? I don't want to say the resist traits are good, but as a buffer medal, they could be. Very situational. But yeah, those are what I believe the best traits are for this medal. And maybe defense and strength. That's one of those. Again, that's a gray trait for a medal like this, just because they're not particularly useful. But they will help you in Proud Mode quests where they say you need to have at least this much strength, or you need to have at least this much defense. And this being 0 gauges will also fill that requirement of only gauges, or only medals that cost 0 gauges can use their special attacks. I was about to say 0 gauges or less, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, so this would be very good for Proud Mode too. That is my analysis on this medal. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them in that comment section below, and I will try my best to answer it. And until the next time, guys, again, prepare for that damage contest, because I'm pretty sure it's coming. But until that next time, guys, take it easy.